We are here with Jordan Linstedt, who is returning to Rolex this year with Revive Capado. And Jordan, tell us how it feels to be back. I mean, I know you've run around this course before, so tell us, how it feels to be back and what you're anticipating for the weekend.
Well, obviously it's great to be back. I had Capado here when Jack was here in 2012. He was young and crazy at the time, and I can't believe that I'm here with him, just 3 years later. But it's great, and this time, being that I've been here before, I can kind of, I know the way around a little bit. It's not quite as overwhelming as it was. It still is because it's Rolex, but I can take it in and experience it a little bit more than last time, I think.
Sure. Now, how do you feel? Well, I mean, let's talk about the trip. I mean, did he travel okay and settle in from the West Coast? It was a pretty long drive for you guys.
Yeah, it was a very long drive. I think the drive is hard on him, but he handled it well. He's obviously traveled so much before, and he's come across the country when Jack was here. And it's really nice being able to come out as early as I did. So I was out for about 6 weeks. I left March 12th from Washington and went directly to Poplar, competed there, and then down to Florida where I was based, but drove up to North Carolina for the Fork and then back. So I think that's a great way to do it. He feels like seasoned and settled into the environment, all the the terrain of the courses, all that. And if you're going to go through anything in Florida with the humidity, all that stuff, I feel like he's really acclimated. So I feel good about how he feels.
Yeah, I mean, he looked amazing at the jog yesterday. So ring familiarization, how did that go for him?
He hasn't done it yet because he goes tomorrow, so I get to do that today at 4:30. So I'm going to go get on him in about an hour and a half or so, and then we'll go down and do that. So he seems really relaxed, honestly. Just being up in all of these rings and with the atmosphere, I thought he handled it really well. So I'm hoping that he'll go in that ring and really not change much, but I think they all get a little bit electrified in there.
Sure. And have you taken a look at the course yet? Just a little. You just did walk it,
yep,
didn't you?
I walked it this morning, kind of late morning. It looks good. There's definitely some really tough questions out there, but that's to be expected because it's a 4-star and Rolex, and Derek always keeps us on our toes when he's designing the courses.
Absolutely. Do you feel, now that you know Capado so much better than you did when he was a little younger, I mean, do you see any combinations out there that you're like, I can't wait to ride that with him because he's just going to eat it up? Is that?
Yeah, Jack, I was so fortunate with him. He was a horse that picked up the flags and picked up his lines, and if sometimes he'd pick up jumps that weren't our jumps, and I'd be like pulling him back to the one that he needed to go to. So I was very lucky. He was very straight. This one is a little bit more. I really have to direct him, so I have to make sure on Saturday I'm on my game as far as really keeping him tunneled between my eights, because he's not quite as direct on his lines, and there's some tough, really skinny stuff and lines that I'm really going to have to definitely hold. But I do know him really, really well, and at the Fork we had a little bit of a hiccup in the water, and I had Tammy Smith actually had said right before I'd gone out to line over distance, and I think if I can just hold those lines, he'll be good. He has a huge stride, so that stride to compact, I mean, he is very adjustable, but I just really have to keep on the line, and then I think I'll be good.
Sure. What's your goal for the weekend?
Just to get around, be successful, have a good. I want him to take away confidence from it. It's definitely a whole new level. He's been spectacular at the 3-star level. I don't think through his career I've really had many issues of anything. So I have a decent score in the dressage. He's so capable of really going in there and blowing it out of the water, but I haven't quite been able to do it yet with him. So, a low 50, I'd be really, really happy. And obviously anything lower than that would be even better. In cross country, just have a good, steady, I think I'll go a little bit faster than the last time I was here. But, most of the direct lines look good. If I feel like anything's not quite going the way that it normally does, there's some good options out there too. So, I'll make sure that I have those in the back of my head if I need to use them. But just get through the weekend and have fun with it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Jordan. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.